study about Jari Pajaya, Jara Marana, Soka, Prideva, Dukkha, Domana, Supayasa, Sambhundi. Lastly, I forgot to tell you one thing about Sankhara and Kama. Avijja, Pajaya, Sankhara. What is the reality of Sankhara? Vedana, volition. Remember that, right? And what is the reality of the Kama Bhava? The same. Right, same. But their reality is the same, but yet something different. What's the difference of the Sankhara and Kama? You have to note that. Sometimes you want to do some kind of generosity, make offering, I would like to make offering, generosity. Just the prior volition, this previous volition is called Sankhara. Previous volition called Sankhara. When the term you make offering at that moment called Kama. What's the difference? Past and present. Right? Past is the past karma, past volition is called Sankhara. Right? Sankhara. And the present volition is called Kama. You can say that the action done in the past called Sankhara. The action done at present, Kama. It's past and present. As we study here, Avijja Pajaya Sankhara. Sankhara Pajaya Vijnana, because of the Sankhara Avijja in the past. Vijnana, rebirth consciousness, right, is present. So we can, past life. Vedana, volition in the past life, also we can call Sankhara. Here, Sankhara Pajaya Vijnana. Sankhara occurs past, right? Vijnana present. And when you want to kill someone, it's the preliminary activities leading to the act of murder. Sankhara. Sankhara. Was volition at the time of killing. It's called Kama. Like you want to kill someone, he's thinking. Every consciousness arises, volition, Vedana, especially with the mind, like consciousness. It's the previous volition, Vedana, called Sankhara. And when it's time, you kill, right? The time of killing called Kama. with different karma, what and sankhara. Past volition and present volition. Maybe past life and present life, or maybe previous, it's present life, right? Previous and it's present. Yes? All this means sankhara was the arise in the past, because sankhara. And now, sankhara is volition is the mental, not visible at all. I think it's very clear, right? When you want to do something, maybe the good thing or the evil thing, just thinking before you do that, this sankhara. Time you are doing, it's called karma. Different, right? And last week we were talking about jadi, rebirth, jara marana, because of this rebirth arise, jara marana. So jadi rebirth is the beginning of our life. It's inconceivable, where we start from. Because our life, so many lives. Some Buddha explained about it. Our life. If we preserve a single being born as pure, maybe we become a big mountain. The essence of up to this, the top of this mountain, maybe will take 4 days to climb up the top of the mountain. Some life, some existence, there's no born, right? Maybe no born. This is talking about when the time we have born, if we serve is our born. One single person, one single being, if we serve this born, we become a big mountain. To climb up the top of the mountain, take time for 4 days. How many jadi? 5. Many. Okay. And one thing you have to remember about the jadi, this rebirth and death. How many times we're born, we don't know that. So after you have rebirth, you can, death is unavoidable. So every step, when you go somewhere, every step, you used to bury your ash, your bone under your step. Something, I have to look at the place when I build a house, or build, place to stay, should be clear, no one's buried, someone here, something like that. Really, every place is buried. It's not only someone, even ourselves, we used to bury our bone, our ash, many lives. People born and die. Right? Do you believe that? so small. That's so small. Our lifetime, our lives, we have to be born again and again. We cannot count. So every step, every place you sit, you step on, you sleep on, the ground is the old place. Used to bury your bone, your ash. Last week we were talking about Jara Marana already, right? Jara Marana. So when we become decay and about to die, sorrow, lamentation, cries, because we don't want to die. We don't want to part from our dear one, loved one. Right? So today, I would like to discuss about the Soka, Parideva, Dukkha, Domanasa, Upayasa. How this sorrow lamentation is a bodily pain, mental pain, and despair. Mostly because of a loss of relative. We have five kinds of the losing of five kinds of things. The loss of relative, the loss of wealth, the loss of health, the loss of good conduct, the loss of you. Because it's five kinds of things, and then it becomes sorrow, lamentation. This sorrow, lamentation, right. So I will discuss one by one. Again, about the loss of relative. Yeah. In our family, in our relative or friend, it's our dear one or new one pass away. How you feel? I'm sad about that, right? Sorrow. Right? It's not only sorrow, it's lamentation. You cry. You cry about the person you love. When you die, you cry about them. And, bodily pain, mental pain. When you have mental pain, and then you will have the physical pain too. It's the physical pain or mental pain. And burning in mind. That's burning in mind. Because agony, right? Agony. It's not normal when you feel so sad about someone when they die, and then you go to funeral, you cry, and pass out, become unconscious, right? So agony, right? Agony, or just the burning in mind. It's not fire. It's fire that burns your mind. You cannot stand. You cannot sit. Pass out. Maybe you die at that moment. Because of what? Because someone in your family, in your relative, your friend, died. This sorrow, lamentation, or pain, or grief, despair arise. Yes, because of what? At that moment, see that. because this attachment is one of asava. So at a time, when you come across one of your dear one or near ones pass away, this sorrow, lamentation, and so on arise. At the same time, asava, all kind of asava, we already started about that. Arise. Same time. Asava, what is asava? Mental intoxicants, right? I think it's called mental intoxication or mental intoxicants or definement. Asava. Just asava, rise. In the case of this, someone died. And it's not only attachment. Regarding asava, not only is you attached to the person, maybe a former person, a sound person, or the touching of the person, maybe karma, right? And about the bhavasava, attachment to existence. Because you still want to live with that person, stay with this person together. This is attachment to existence, bhavasava, right? And dithasava, wrong view. Because you have wrong view. Person, maybe, oh, this is my mom, this is my dad, this is my brother, this is my sister, this is my husband, this is my wife, this is my son, something like that. Here's what are they really? 5 aggregates, right? My and matter, 5 aggregates. 5 aggregates, as we study, is impermanence, right? Unsatisfactoriness and uncontrollability. So now you think that, oh, this is my dear one, this is my new one, my son, something like that. You think. Because your wrong view, false view, this sorrow, lamentation, arise. And avijjasava, right? The whole asava, avijjasava, ignorance. Because your ignorance, misconception, you think that it belongs to you, it's mine, right? So, sorrow, lamentation, and so on arise. Same time, this means when you have someone close to you, when they die, arise sorrow, lamentation. At that moment, it's asava, all kind of asava, or any one of asava arise. Maybe because of karma, attachment. Maybe bhavasava, attachment to existence. Maybe dithasava, false view. Maybe avijjasava, ignorance. And second one is when you lost of your wealth, right? Material possession. Some of your property lost it with someone, or steal it. Maybe fires burn anyone of enemies, destroy your property. And then sorrow, lamentation arise. Why sorrow, lamentation, pain, grief, despair arise? Think about what asava arise. Karma asava attached to this sensual pleasure, right? Attached to your property, karma asava. Bhavasava, such existence. He has the good life. Right? Now you lost your properties, you think you not have good life. And from you stay, this also property is not last forever, beyond our control. You cannot control that. It's your property. You just would like to remain the same. It's impossible. Impossible. According to some circumstances, the law of karma, cause and effect. When we lost our property, right? Some say here, and at that time, sorrow, lamentation, and so on arise. Because of karma, bhava, idhasva, wrong, avijjasva, ignorance. See, you lost your relative, lost your property, like loss of your relative here is not mean to die. The loss of your son means did not die. It's apart from you. You lost your husband, you lost your wife, something like that. How you feel? Right? Some say divorce, something like that. This means you lost your own, right? And sorrow, lamentation, pain, grief, and this may arise because of attachment, right? Sensual pleasure, and so on. You heard about that, a few years ago, until now. All over the world, the business come down. Right? Some people are rich at the time. They do business very good. For a few years ago, from few years to until now, some lost their property, become suicide. They know how to do. Yet their lifestyle change up and down, right? Up to down. Because they lost their property, they lost their business, and they killed themselves. They need to kill someone else too. When we lost our material, the possession, the property, sorrow, lamentation, and so on, right? Because of this asana. One kind of asana, or maybe two kind, three kind of asana, maybe four kind of asana. If no asana, no sorrow, lamentation. That's the proper effect. And sometimes, loss that you have, right, is come across infliction of disease, a decline of health. And so you feel, uncomfortable about your disease. You think about, you're concerned about your disease. I have to make operation, maybe or get cancer, something like that. You worry about your health. And then sorrow, lamentation, pain, grief, someone, especially for Oriental people, look at the mirror, see they have from black to gray. your skin, look at your teeth, look at your eyes, and then you feel unhappy about it. Because of what? Because they're attached to their body. Maybe they attach their hair, their teeth, something like that, their skin, their color, any karma, attachment, sensual pleasure, attachment to attachment, or this existence. It's maybe wrong way. That's the wrong way. Why didn't think that our body is taking control of what starting in fear? Right? Must be older and older. And the good precept, good morality. For example, someone have good conduct. Or 5 precepts, right? They will never kill animal creatures. They will never steal someone's property. They will not stop. No, they never commit sexual misconduct. They never lie to people. They will not drink alcohol. They have good conduct. And later on, they have some friends. They have high position, power, something like this, go to party. Maybe they would like you to drink with you. Concerned about it. Since I was born until now, I never drink alcohol. Now, he said, you must stick a little bit with that. So you're concerned about the person and the drink. And then, daytime, so you go for the fishing. Again, maybe this person may be your boss. Together. And you come back home and now you think about, oh, for many, many years, I never killed a fish. I never drink alcohol. Really, I drink alcohol. I go for fishing, kill fish. What do you feel? Sad about your virtue, right? Good conduct. This means you lost your good conduct, good virtue, sorrow. Maybe you cry. You really love your good conduct, precept. Maybe you cry in meditation. Whenever you think about it, it's grief. You have grief, mental pain or physical pain. In Jaraka, the previous life of Buddha is talking about some they practice meditation in the jungle for many, many years. Unfortunately, when they met some lady, and they changed their mind, lost their good conduct. And later on, he cried. He cried for the lady, he cried for their good conduct. Oh, I lost my good conduct. Something like that. Even sometimes among our novice come to the audience as monk, as novice for a few months and practice meditation. And they have good work and and it's come to practice meditation for temporary. Come to learn, study, practice meditation. They know how different a lay people life and just a monkhood are different. And you can concentrate, they understand how to life. And you don't want to go back home. But this is free for them to go back home. Have to take care of your family, your parents, and you have to destroy United States meditation stay at the temple, but year later it's gone, right? Have to go back home, go back to work again. And this means what Christ was kind here, lamentation, right? Sorrow, lamentation. How they feel? Some people not speak out, you don't see them. They feel tremendous pain or physical pain. They feel unhappy about it. Lost their virtue and conduct. Sorrow, lamentation, the bodily pain, mental pain, and loss of virtue. The last one, when we lost our view, our ideology, it's good view, right? Our good view. Also, the sorrow, lamentation, and so on, right? For example, some government take over the country, take over the power, rule the country as communistic. Right? In some countries occupied other country, establish communism. What's their idea? Their aim? Maybe you know about it. That everyone should be the same level, should be equal. We think should be equal, but how you can equal even our finger? But at the same time, it's not equal, right? So the people are going to make equal. Different karma, different knowledge, intelligence, different diligence. But it cannot be equal. It should be different. Even twin, at the same parent, send to the same school, that's the difference. All over the world, all the whole country, all the people, all the population in the country can be equal. It's impossible. To try, but to try, it's their aim to be equal. Amen? What is it? Maybe you heard about it. We know very close to about the case in our country, China, Laos, Cambodia. They don't believe anyone, anything. They reject the Buddha. No Buddha. No Buddha's doctrine. No the monk. What do? They kill the monk. Kill the monk. And make them destroy work. And they burn, they destroy all the temples. All the Buddha stages, all the Buddha scriptures, they burn. You see? And say that no parent, no mother, no father, who can kill their parent, this person killed. And they kill their own parent. Kill a lot of people, millions of people. Who not follow their policy to kill. Millions of people die in communist country, especially when it start to establish their policy to kill a lot of people, destroy a lot of building temple, restricting here a lot of this, especially monks, something like that. Are you? Yes, sir. Okay. Just this side. Okay. And they tried for many years. And even now, our country too. It's not government. One group, they try to, stick this the country. At the times, the Chinese government is supported to try to fight with the Burmese government. Maybe over 30 years, they try to pass. These very learned people, and try to follow the Chinese government, communist. Try over 30 years. Their goal is not succeed. And then the surrender. Some start the government arrest. Later on, they feel very sorry about what they have done. They realize they are mystic. So just for a lot of, like Cambodia, you know about it, right? Kill a lot of people, millions of people, destroy the temple, to kill the people, kill the monks in China and Cambodia. And later on, you realize they are mystic because before they become a communist, they have a good view. They realize that they do so many mistakes here. When you think about, they lost their good view for 30 years. They do many evil actions. Whenever you think about that, sorrow, lamentation, pain, grief, despair, pride. This for example, right? Or whenever they realize they are mystic, you said about that. Yeah. Anxiety or repentance, remorse, right? Torment. Yeah. I will do explain this for example that how the sorrow lamentation also arises because of this loss of the right view. The example is communism, right? Even someone who practices meditation, as we study about two friends who practice like a dog, right, like a cattle, they think that they are used right? When they realize that, our view is wrong, they realize they are mistake. And then when you think about what they have been practicing for many years, they feel sorry about that. The sorrow lament, they cry, right? They're sorry about that, they cry. Because they lost of their view. So mainly, just briefly, I would like all of you to note that we loss of our relatives, loss of our wealth, our health, our good conduct, and our view, sorrow, lamentation, and so on, rise. When sorrow, lamentation arise, at that moment, asava also arise. That's why asava, see here, right? Asava samudaya, avijja samudaya. I write on the board. Asava samudaya, avijja samudaya. Because of the arising of asava, mental intoxicants, there arises avijja, ignorance, misconceptions. Here, right? Look at one by one. Because of the arising of this asava intoxicant, there arises avijja, ignorance. There are four kinds of asava. Because of kama asava, this arises avijja, ignorance. Right? This means wait, and then you will not know the truth, the reality. This means because of this attachment, sensual craving, sensual pleasure, it's become avijja, ignorance. Right? Even you go to store, you see something you like, even so expensive, I like it. You don't think about is that right or not, or so expensive, and you don't think about that. Just because you're attached to that thing. This means the karma, attachment, right? This sensual pleasure cause avijja, ignorance. Right? It's a bhavasava. Because of this attachment to existence also can cause avijja, ignorance. We already explained about that, right? And because of four views also leads to avijja, ignorance. And because of this ignorance, see, ignorance in the past again, giving rise to avijja in the present. Avijja sawa, right? Ignorance. This means ignorance in the past, again, giving rise to avijja, ignorance in the present. This is your avijja, asava samudaya, avijja samudaya. How about the dependent origination right now? Become cycle. Become cycle, right? Because is dependent on avijja, ignorance, arise sankhara, right? Karma formation. Dependent on karma formation, arise vijnana, rebirth consciousness, right? And vijnana pajaya, nama rupang, you already know the meaning, right? Dependent on this vijnana, rebirth consciousness, right? Nama rupa, mind and method. Namarupa Pajaya Salarana, because of its Namarupa, right? 6 sense basis. Salarana Pajaya Paso, because 6 sense basis, right? Contact Pasa. Pasa Pajaya Vedana, because of contact Pasa, right? Thus Vedana. Vedana Pajaya Tanna, because of Vedana feeling, arises Tanna craving. Tanna Pajaya Upadana, because of craving Tanna, arises clinging. See that, right? Upadana Pajaya Kama Bhava, because of clinging, arises Kama Bhava. Kama Bhava Pajaya Jadi. See that, right? Because of this karma, this action, arises jadi. Jadi Pajaya, Jara Marana Soka Prideva Dukkha Dominasu Bayasa Sambundi. Aging, death, sorrow, lamentation, pain, grief, despair. Right. And because of this asava, avijja, ignorance, right? No beginning, right? It becomes cycle, right? It's our life, right? It's our life. And here, Eva metasa, evalasa, dukkha khandasa, samudayo hoti, is conclusion. As we study, because avijja, sankhara arise, something like that, and so on, there is the arising of this whole mass of suffering. Avijja is suffering, sankhara is suffering, right? Vijnana, nama, rupa, sarana, phasa, vedana, uparana, kama, bhava, jari, jara, marana, soka, prideva, dukkha, dhamma, upayasa, all this is the wholeness of self. This means there's no being, only a group of 5 aggregates. See? Only group 5 aggregates. This means this only this 5 aggregates we call dukkha. Right? Why we call dukkha? These 5 aggregates are subject to impermanence. Right? Subject to impermanence, so we call dukkha. Just the dukkha, suffering, right? Dukkha exists, and dukkha disappears. What do you see? You see dukkha, right? Suffering. The suffering, in Pali they call 3 instants, right? 3 instants, arising, continuing, dissolution. In Pali they call upada, titi, banga. This is called suffering, right? Suffering. It's all mass of suffering. It's got no person, no being here, no entity. This suffering arises. Right. By aggregate, all this suffering arises. This suffering exists, and suffering disappears. Right? Disappears. as we study since avijja. Avijja, where's avijja? Moha. Moha arises to speed, and another sankhara arises to speed, one after another. All this phenomena subject to impermanence, so we call dukkha. Even tanha, craving, you can call dukkha too. If this tanha is the subject to impermanence, right? Arises, exists, and disappears. Dukkha. It's the whole mass of suffering. You can call it five aggregate. How can you call it five aggregate? How avijja? What kind of aggregate avijja? Five kind of aggregate, we already know that, right? Corporeality, feeling, perception, mental formation, and consciousness, right? Five. Avijja consists into avijja, you should know is the reality. Avijja is moha, right? Moha is citta, mental factor, right? Sankhara, see? Sankhara aggregate, right? Sankhara here, volition. Sankhara is a volition. That's sankhara khanda, right? Vijnana khanda, right? Nama rupa, nama is the jirasika, right? Nama here, jirasika, is a mental factor, right? Mental factor, maybe this sanya, vedana, sanya, sankhara, three jirasika aggregate, right? Three rupa khanda, right? So salarana, system basis, rupa and vijnana khanda. Manarana, the last one, right? Manana is mind, right? Consciousness in that khanda. How about phassa? Phassa is consistent in sankhara, right? Vedana is the vedana khanda, right? Tanha, how about that? So lobha, right? Lobha is consistent in sankhara, right? Upadana. Upadana, we have two, that's the upadana. Lobha and ditthi, right? Lobha and ditthi means consistent to sankhara. Kama bhava, Chidana consistent to sankhara. Jadi is mind and matter. It's five aggregates, right? What are they? Oh, five aggregates, right? Five aggregates. Here, we already study about direct dependent origination. We still have reverse dependent origination. And for this one, we'll study next week. For today, I would like to continue this dependent origination. We have four methods in this law of this dependent origination. We have four methods, four aspects. So please write down, this four kind of this method. Four methods of dependent origination. Number one is identity. Number two, diversity. Number three, the absence of effort. 4, regularity. Regularity, or you can say that relevancy of cause to effect. Relevancy of cause to effect. There are 4 methods, 4 aspects. Because we already studied about law-dependent origination. Now we just briefly, consider this 4 methods. The first method here, identity. Identity means individual character of psycho-physical process. The individual character of the psycho-physical process. All living beings, some have 5 or 1 aggregate, some 4 aggregate, some 5 aggregate. We will study about it. All these 5 aggregates here, mind and matter. All these phenomena here, from avijja, sankhara, vijnana, just arising this field. See, after avijja, ignorance, arising, experience, and then sankhara arises. After sankhara arises in this being, vijnana arises. It's the unbroken stream of mind and matter. Keep going. See that, right? Because this avijja arises here, and sankhara arises in this here, one after another. It's our life cycle. Keep continuing, unbroken stream. It's not only this present life. See, as the avijja, paccaya, sankhara, avijja, sankhara is belong to past, right? Vijnana, nama, rupa, sarana, phassa, vedana, tanna, uparana, kama belong to present. Jari, jara, marana belong to future. So, 3 existence, right? Here comprises is the nama rupa process. Is the comprises 3 successive existence. It's unbroken stream. See that? Because avijja and sankhara in the past, is present, vijnana, and so on, right? And because of this craving, clinging, action is present life in the future, we get the jari, jara, marana again. This unbroken stream of this mind and matter that flows from one life to another in terms of cause and effect. It's called identity, not the method of identity. It's non-stop, right? Unbroken stream, keep going on, one after another. The second one here, diversity. Diversity means here the doctrine is distinction between the different phenomena. This means even we see that it's all phenomena just arising and disappearing one after another, just unbroken stream, but different phenomena, different cause and effect, different nature, different nature. Look at the avijja and sankhara. Avijja, ignorance, right? Sankhara, the formation, right? Their nature, phenomena, different, right? Different. And avijja is the cause of sankhara. Sankhara is the result of avijja, right? Cause and effect. Sankhara again began the cause of vijnana. Vijnana is the result of this sankhara. Still, right? Different cause and effect, different phenomena, different nature. See, the nature of avijja, the nature of sankhara, the nature of vijnana is different. Even the arising and disappearing one after another, their nature, their cause and effect are different. See that. How about number one? Because we see that every mind and matter, every phenomena just arising and disappearing is non-stop. When we see that, how about you? We can eliminate this annihilation. Some say, after we die, our life ends, nothing in future. Now we see that it's present life. If you have craving, clinging, become right action. Future, you're going to have jari jara marana. Our life not end. See that, right? So we eliminate this in Pali uchida ditthi, annihilation. Natika ditthi, annihilation. So nothing after life. So we don't have this wrong view. According to this law of dependent origination, when we started, we know about their nature, we have no annihilation. And now we started about number two, diversity. Even if it continue arising one after another, but their phenomena, their nature, their cause and effect is different. There's no difference. We're going to say that previous life, our mind and body transfer into this present life. The same person, you see the same person. You're not the same person, right? Different phenomena, different cause and effect. This means the eternalism. Right? You can eliminate the eternalism. Because it's different because of this sankhara, arise vijnana. We see the difference. Sankhara is one thing, vijnana is another, right? As cause effect have relation, connection, but different nature, different cause and effect. So everyone have, what is the cause of avijja? Also, see that, right? How about the cause of sankhara? avijja. The cause of vijnana, sankhara. The cause of this the phenomena is different, right? Different. What is the result of avijja? Different. What is the result of avijja? Sankhara. What is the cause of this vedana? Phassa. You know, you see that, right? The difference. So we know that, right? How about number 3? Number 3 is here the absence of effort. This mind and matter, all this phenomena is not follow according to someone's desire. Right? This absence of effort. It's not for a super being's desire. It's not follows your desire. They occur according to what? Their nature as cause and effect. You cannot manage them. So I would like to, this vedana last long, you know, do that, you know. Now I would like to have good feeling. You cannot control that. Where does feeling come from? Phassa, pacaya, vedana. Right? This vedana is it's not follow your desire, anyone's desire. They arise according to their own reason, own cause. Because absence of effort. Some say uninterested. It's not concerned about anyone, any person's desire. They arise according to their nature, according to their cause. You see that, right? So, if we see that every phenomenon arises depend on their nature, it's not according to anyone's desire, this means you can eliminate the fatalism. Right? Fatalism, maybe it's maybe someone's super being, any super being, let this phenomena arise, something like that. Now you don't believe that. No one, if not depend on anyone, it's not according to anyone's power, desire, that's their nature, they arise. And the last one here, regularity, right? This means this is the fourth method of this dependent origination. It's the one-to-one correspondence between cause and effect. Should proper effect. Right? This means they have their own cause. They have their own cause. Avijja, it cannot become the cause of feeling. Right? Avijja cannot become the cause of this feeling. Avijja is the cause of sankhara. This is relevant, effect. This has nothing to do with the irrelevant effect. This means they have their proper cause and proper effect. It's their nature, the law of their dependent origination, right? Avijja cannot become the cause of the Vedana and so on. The cause of Vedana should be Phassa only, right? The effect of the Vedana, what should be? The cause of Vedana, the contact, right? The effect of the Vedana, Tanha, so on, right? It's the relevant effect or relevant cause. Yeah. Someone say, no cause, no action. But when we study about this law-dependent origination, we know that, oh, it's not right. Every phenomenon, everything, every case has cause. So if say, no cause, ahetuka ditti in Pali, the ahetuka ditti is called the view of uncauseness, no cause. So when we study about it, we don't have this kind of wrong view. We know about our life. It's not only this present life, even in the past and in the future. Here, in commentary, commentator, they write that there's four kinds of things very hard to see and very difficult to teach. Now here, the truth, being, the rebirth linking, and the structure of conditions are four things very hard to see and likewise difficult to teach. How difficult to see here? Look at about the truth, the Four Noble Truths. Before suffering and the cause of suffering, maybe it's not so difficult, right? But for us, the suffering here is not the painfulness of suffering. Anyone know that, even anybody understand that, right? How about what we already studied, suffering due to formation, suffering in change, something like that. It's that every phenomena voices arises and disappears because suffering, right? It's very hard to see, very hard, difficult to teach people except meditators. Except meditators, you don't understand it, suffering. And also, what is called suffering? Somebody cry. Oh, we suffer a lot about that because of because that person, this person is to blame someone else. They don't understand what's the cause. And we study about this dependent origin, we know what's the cause. Right? What's the cause of this sorrow, lamentation, and so on? You know that. What's the cause of this aging, death? Right? We know the cause of effect. But for normal people, very hard to see, even suffering, the cause of suffering. Or especially the cessation of suffering, Nibbana. Very hard to see, right? Very hard to see about the Nibbana. What's Nibbana? Yeah? No, it means no craving, right? No hatred, no delusion, no rebirth, no decay, no disease, no death. Extinction of all kinds of suffering. all kind of creatures. So very hard to see and difficult to teach to people to understand. What's the way lead to the cessation of suffering? It's noble equal path. The aspect about number 3 is the cessation of suffering. To explain Nibbana to someone very hard to explain. Very hard to see, difficult to teach. That's why the commentators said, oh, for the truth, the noble truth, very hard to explain to someone, very hard to see. And being, yes, being. In our 31 plane of existence, different beings, right? As we already studied about that. We call it being as a conventional usage. We have being, man, a woman. We use this, what are they? Reality. Mind and matter. Just mind and matter. Psycho-physical process. Right? It's difficult hard to say that, right? Hard to say. It's difficult to explain to someone who understands what's the being mean. It's a mind and matter process. This mind and matter, where it come from? According to our karma, evil karma, or good karma, previous life, gives us to this present life to become as being. What kind of karma? Something like that. Very difficult to explain, right? About the being. Some why they become as animal, or ghost, or human being, why different color, something like that, you know. Rebirth linking. Rebirth linking means mistake conception. You know, when its rebirth takes place, how without transfer our mind and matter previous life, how does the rebirth consciousness take place this present life? It's hard to see, very hard to see. Very hard to see for a normal people, very hard to see. How the person dies, he becomes human being again. The connection, right? And how they become human being? It's not their body already burned, right? Cremated, buried. For their mind, maybe they think as ego, something like that, you know. So, it's very hard to explain to them. But for us, fortunately, we study the law of dependent origination. We know about that, where we come from. You know, because of what? Yes, because we know that, avijja, paccaya, sankhara, sankhara, paccaya, vijnana, or rebirth take place. It's between this past life and this present life. Right? In the future, because of karma, bhava, paccaya, jadi, because we are craving, clinging, karma, formation, and then jadi, the last being. You see, what's the cause and effect? For normal people, you understand it, how the rebirth takes place. Some say only mind, some say only body, some say mind and body. When you start from, which detail, right? Very difficult to see, right? The rebirth linking. And the structure of condition. The structure of condition in this Paritta Samuppada, dependent origination. It's called structure of condition. How avijja and sankhara have connection as cause effect. How things sankhara and vijnana, you know, from one to another, from life to life, something like that. It's It's very hard to see, very difficult to think. But whoever learn a little bit this discourse will go from excellent to excellent. This means we learn, we study about the law of dependent origination. It's not learning from the book, from teacher. You learn from your practicing meditation. Learn it here, you know that. And when perfect, it's the perfected, he will then escape beyond the vision of the king of death. This means after you study, you practice, is your studying, your practicing, is the perfected, you will escape from death. This means you will gain enlightenment. The first stage, second stage, third stage, fourth stage, step by step, stage by stage, and then you reach the fourth stage and it can become arhanship. When you become arhanship, it means you escape beyond the vision of the king of death. It means the king of death, you need to be reborn again. There is no reborn again, no decay, no disease, no death. The life cycle finished. That's why we have to learn, right? Learning, studying, practicing, then you realize. Oh yeah, okay, good question. The Buddha he discovered the truth. As he practiced meditation, he gained enlightenment, become arhanship by himself. Arhan cannot become arhanship by himself. He needs teaching. Right? This would be a Buddha, Samma Sambuddha, self-enlightened one. Arhan is not self-enlightened one. You have to listen, you have to practice, and then become Arhan. And also, once the Buddha becomes a Buddha, he eradicates all, it's not only mental defilement, all his habit, that's the bad habit, previous life. He can eradicate all. But Arhan cannot eradicate his habit. Habit, that's for example, according to the story, like Sariputra. You heard about Sariputta or Sariputra, or the Buddha chief disciple, Sariputra. He became arhanship, right? For intelligence, wisdom after the Buddha, Sariputra, he's the number one chief disciple of the Buddha. He used to be monkey, many lives, previous life, used to be monkey. When he becomes arhan, the last life, when he goes somewhere, you see the water is in front of him, and then for us we can step a little far, right? For him, he likes to jump. Jump. He was literally he like to jump because of what? Habit. In previous life, he used to be a monkey, right? To jump. This means cannot eradicate this their bad habit to jump. And if he's talking about that, we have one story about that. So you should know about that, right? right? He for a Vasa, the Buddhist land, for 3 months, right? Meditation, stay in one village. And one day he went to pay respect to the Buddha. And then one of his nephew, already as novice, just follow him. His devotee offer 3 robes to this underwear, this robe, the robes put on his shoulder, 3 robes, right? 3 robes. That nephew carried this robe and go. And you see the village, right? Passed by many minutes. In front, he had little water flows in front. And then he just leave his underwear a little bit and jump. And his nephew thinks in his mind, oh, this is not adult. It's not supposed to jump like this, like a monkey. I will not offer to him, I offer 2 ropes enough. Lack of the faith, confidence, respect to him. I offer 2 ropes enough. Just keep going. See the water again. And then he jump again. Oh, what is it? I cannot respect this monk. It's my uncle. I just offer it to him at temple. Only one rope, 2 ropes. I will not offer it to him. Now expect respect. And just keep going on. See the water again. So this time, if he jump like the previously, I will not offer this rope. That's normal, right? That's normal, not jump. Venerable, why didn't you jump like before? If I jump this time, I lost all of my rope. This means he knows he can read his nephew mind. And now just forgive me. Offer 3 ropes. Another is the Arahant. That's very interesting. In previous life, this one Brahmin, he stopped very rude, He used to have a high class, stop people, he looked down to people, right? And he become Arahant. When he see man, he call him a foolish man. Come here. Or, what are you doing? And so on. It's not Paula. When you call a gentleman, not call an old friend, brother, sister, foolishness. Why is that? One day, he saw one gentleman load paper on a wagon. Then a monk asked, "Hey, foolish man, what is that?" When the gentleman hears the monk call him a foolish man, and then he gets mad at the monk. And he replied, "It's the dropping of rat, because the grains of pepper and the dropping of rat is similar." And then he kept continuing go to the market. try to sell all his paper to the buyer at the market. But unfortunately, all of the grains of paper become press dropping. And then he thinks, oh my goodness, this must be the offensive word of mine. And then he go to apologize to the monk and ask for forgiveness. And his paper become original. Yes, men, even arahantship, they cannot eradicate their previous life habit, but the Buddha can eradicate all his previous habit, as well as all defilement. This is just an evidence. The difference the Buddha and arahantship. For the days, the time's up. Thank you for your listening. Do you have any questions?